At first glance, these two products feel completely different. Notion feels quiet, structured, almost intimidating. Canva feels friendly, visual, effortless. But under the surface, they're solving the same problem. Notion removes the fear of thinking wrong. Canva removes the fear of creating wrong. One gives you structure when your ideas feel messy. The other gives you confidence when your skills feel insufficient. And here's the part that matters. Neither product leads with power. They lead with reassurance. Notion says, you don't need to know where this goes yet. Canva says, you don't need to be good yet. And when we rebuilt both with a single AI prompt, something uncomfortable became obvious. AI doesn't just copy layouts. It copies how products think about humans. Watch these builds back to back, not for the UI, but for what they reveal about how great products lower resistance before they raise capability. This one doesn't feel creative, or social, or impressive. It feels uncomfortable. Notion opens with a blank page. No instructions, no guidance, no right way to start. And that's not a design flaw, that's the point. Because Notion isn't asking you to write notes, it's asking you to decide how you think. So today, I rebuilt Notion with one prompt. Not to copy the interface, but to understand why this blank page causes more anxiety than any complex tool ever could. Most apps tell you what to do. Notion refuses. It gives you space and lets your discomfort fill the silence. That's why people either fall in love with it or bounce off immediately. Because Notion doesn't organize information for you, it waits for you to decide what deserves structure. One prompt. No adjustments, no adding sections, no, let me tweak this. If this works, it means something important, and immediately, it's all there. The sidebar, the hierarchy, the blocks, the cards, not because I designed them, but because the idea of Notion already contains them. This isn't UI generation, this is concept generation. Look at the sidebar. It instantly gives you confidence you haven't earned yet. You feel organized before you've organized anything. Nested pages suggest a system. Indentation suggests clarity. But nothing is actually defined. Notion doesn't give you answers. It gives you the appearance of order. And your brain fills in the rest. Now the page itself. This is where people stop. Because this isn't a document, it's a construction site. Every line can become anything, and when everything is possible, decision-making becomes the bottleneck. That's why Notion feels powerful and paralyzing at the same time. Here's the trick. Notion hides its power behind a boring surface. If it looked advanced, you'd hesitate. If it looked technical, you'd avoid it. So it pretends to be empty. And once you step inside, you realize you're not writing. You're designing a system for your thoughts. Notice the card-like structures. Even without real data, they suggest something important. Notion pushes you to think in objects, projects, ideas, tasks, goals. Each thing gets its own container. Each container can relate to others understood. You're no longer collecting information, you're modeling reality. This is where AI changes everything. Because the hardest part was never writing, it was deciding how things should be shaped. AI skips the blank canvas moment and hands you a structure to react to. You don't start from nothing, you start from something, and that alone changes how fast clarity appears. Notion works because it delays judgment. It doesn't ask, what's the right way to organize this? It asks, what if you just start? And slowly, quietly, your thinking adapts to the shape of the tool. That's not productivity software. That's cognitive influence. If you want this exact one-prompt rebuild, no manual setup, no tweaking, I've packaged it as a downloadable template. And if these rebuilds help you see software differently, you can support the channel directly at Cash App $MetaBuildAI. Next episode, we rebuild another daily tool and expose the psychology hiding in plain sight. I'll see you in the next build. Up until now, everything we've rebuilt has been about structure, systems, logic, thinking clearly. But this next one isn't about thinking at all. It's about confidence. Because before people create, they need to believe they're allowed to. This one doesn't feel technical or complex or even impressive at first. It feels easy. Canva isn't a design tool. It's a confidence machine. It removes the one thing that stops people from creating, the fear of starting wrong. Blank canvas anxiety, design paralysis, the feeling that you're not creative enough. Canva deletes all of that. And rebuilding something like that, the templates, the hierarchy, the invisible guidance, should take dozens of design decisions. But with one prompt, AI claims it can recreate the experience. So today, we're rebuilding Canva. Not to see if it looks right, but to see if AI understands how creativity is unlocked. Canva works because it doesn't ask you to design. It asks you to choose. Pick a format, pick a style, pick a layout. Every step feels reversible. Nothing feels permanent. And that psychological safety, that's the product. So the UI has one job: make you feel capable before you are skilled. Let's see if AI gets that. No wireframes, no components, no layout instructions screen by screen. One prompt, full product. Homepage, editor, sidebar, asset panels. If this works, it means AI isn't copying interfaces. It's copying creative flow. This is where things usually fall apart. Most tools can fake a homepage, but Canva lives in the editor, the canvas, the layers, the tool rhythm. So when this loads, I'm not looking for polish, I'm looking for structure. And yeah, that's concerning. Sidebar on the left. Templates first, not tools. Text, elements, uploads, styles. Notice something subtle. The canvas isn't dominant. The options are. Canva never pressures you to create from scratch. It pressures you to remix. And the AI put that instinct in the right place. Templates aren't shortcuts. They're permission slips. Canva shows you, people like you already made this. That's why the UI leads with outcomes. Presentations, posts, resumes, thumbnails. Not fonts, not grids. And AI understood that ordering, which is not trivial. Look at the editor spacing. Nothing touches. Everything breathes. Buttons feel optional, not demanding. Even alignment tools feel forgiving. This isn't accidental. Canva's UI reduces the cost of mistakes. And this rebuild quietly copies that philosophy. If AI can recreate this, it means product design is no longer about layout. It's about emotional pacing, confidence ramps, decision safety, creative momentum. Canva didn't win because it had better tools. It won because it made people feel creative faster than they could doubt themselves. Let's be clear, this doesn't replace Canva. There's no asset library, no collaboration, no export logic. But the scary part? The shape of the product, the learning curve, the emotional flow. AI got that right. If you're building anything creative, SaaS, tools, content, education, your job isn't power, it's reassurance. Canva proves that great products don't say, "Look what you can do." They say, "You can't mess this up." If you want this exact UI, the prompt, the structure, the rebuild, or the products used to create this video, it's all in the MetaBuild AI library at metabuildai.gumroad.com. Templates, prompts, breakdowns, And if this helped rewire how you think about products, support the channel. Cash App, MetaBuild AI. That's how this series stays alive. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video. You can follow MetaBuild AI on all social media platforms and visit metabuildai.gumroad.com to find today's UI build kit, along with other products used to create this content. If you want to support the channel directly, you can also send support via Cash App, $MetaBuildAI. I'll see you in the next build.